I don't think I have ever seen anything more polarized before.
Wait, it was not polarizing. I saw it. I saw it on Twitter. I saw all the AI quote-unquote improvement.
You have so many people that hate NVIDIA right now. You have people that hate...
Okay, I don't mean to be like that. I hated NVIDIA 2 weeks ago, okay? I was first because it fucked up my driver updates and my noise cancelling. Yeah, I hated it before it was cool. Thank you.
Other players and also hate game developers. And it's just this war that's being waged on all ends. And I don't actually think it's going to be getting any better. NVIDIA just announced...
I'm just fucking tired of AI, man. Everything is just so lame and polished and sloppy and... I don't know, man.
Their DLSS5, which is the next iteration in their AI suite of tools for video upscaling. And what they effectively showed was an AI Instagram filter for your video games. That's what it looks like. Look, I'm not normally somebody that is going out of their way to hate on AI.
I just realized that this is the first time I can see into his room. This is always closed. I think that's his kitchen. Oh my god, his office is also next to the kitchen. He's just like me. Oh my god.
I see its usefulness. Even for a technology like this, I can still see some usefulness. But what they showed off, it was unequivocally AI slop. There's just no getting around it. It looked absolutely horrendous. And something like this, I think, is just another step down.
Would you like some... You know what? But the first time I saw that tweet about NVIDIA, the first thing I thought is that as soon as I turn it on, it's going to slow down my computer. It's going to have a memory leak. It's going to chug. It's going to have like a fucking blue screen of death and just kill my entire PC.
A path where everything looks the same.
I fucking know
more
it.
Money. Can't forget that part. This has been a hotly contested topic.
I hope you like 34 FPS. How did you know? I love 34 FPS. It's my beloved.
Mostly because of what was shown, how optional it is, and how oftentimes these kind of features that are instantly hated end up becoming a standard. But I think that that's really short-sighted because this is an industry that is hyper-optimized to deliver you the minimum viable product rather than the best game possible. And for an industry that optimizes for that, well, standardizing something like this becomes a really, really big issue. So today what I want to do is I want to talk about DLSS5. I want to talk about what it actually is, what it actually does.
DLSS5, my beloved. Instagram filters so everyone looks fake.
How it's going to affect your games and your money. And also,
wait, this is optional, right? Like, this is not like they are going to force us to turn it on all the fucking time, right? This is not like you have to do it. They are calling it optional for devs. What do you mean? Oh, it's only optional for the devs. What?
Has been the way it is. Historically, I have never really been all that down on AI. I get the concerns. I share in a lot of them. I mean, I really do not like what they've done to the consumer hardware market, but at least we have Jeff Bezos coming out saying that we don't even need to own PCs in the future. But I always thought it was something that was just going to run its course. It's going to find its uses. It's going to become a tool that people can use. Not
the devs will decide if the game has it or not. Oh, that's so fucking stupid. I kind of hate that. Dude, I don't want to use that. This is so fucking stupid.
Something that is going to be world-ending. It's not going to replace everybody or much of anything, but it's also not going to be something that's entirely useless. But see, the problem is tools, they're not flashy enough. They don't get the investors salivating. They don't send your stock prices to the moon. No, what does is complete replacement, world-changing implications, science fiction made real, and that's exactly what these guys have been selling.
I thought that this was supposed to be just like a, hey, you have the option. Do you want to, I don't know, have it more high-res, high definition? Oh, you can turn it on. Not that it's like, we are going to grab you and shove it down your throat and you will say thank you.
Since day one. Sam Altman promising the age of abundance, the end of disease, PhD level expertise for everybody. Dario Amodei saying that AI is going to eliminate 50% of white collar.
I just wanted to throw in that during interview with devs of games that were showed, devs said they were left in the dark with the effect of DLSS5. Nvidia did the show-off AI slop by themselves without consulting the results.
God damn it. I hate these people so much. Swear to God.
Jobs. Jensen Huang also agreeing with that and pushing that stuff further. It just makes the average person cringe, but it makes every investor's heart sing. And for whatever reason, it's just been working. They've got over $1.7 trillion raised in data centers that are being thrown across the world at an unhinged rate. But lately, we've come across a problem. See, it's been 4 years since ChatGPT launched, and, well, none of what these guys are...
Oh my God, it's been 4 years? We gotta go back. We gotta go back.
Promises actually happen. Not even close. AI has definitely improved. Sure, it has its uses, but the commercial ceiling for this technology is way...
You know, I unironically miss the times when we didn't have any sort of generative AI. Like, no ChatGPT, no whatever thing makes pictures or whatever. Life was so much better. Like, at first it was, like, really interesting. It's like, oh, like, it answers to you and it makes pictures and it's, like, really cool. And now it's just like, would you like some AI with some AI with some AI? It will lie to you and it will just ruin everything, but, you know, take it.
Lower than a lot of these
Also, it will take your jobs, all the comfortable, cushy jobs, but don't worry.
Guys would like to admit. There are only so many industries that can absorb this industry at scale. And for your average person, I mean, ChatGPT is great if you're writing a college essay, though they got a lot of tools to be able to detect for that. And, well, generative video and images have definitely come a long way, but most people are just using that for memes. That's it. $1.7 trillion for Agartha memes. Just to keep it straight with you guys, I genuinely have no idea what these guys actually expected. This is...
I don't mean to be like that, but he has such bulbous brain cells. Like, holy shit. You can tell that he is very smart or something. Like, even the veins, you know? Like Luthor looking ass. You know, remember when Smallville was going and everyone was laughing because Lex was like bald and very evil? And now in 2026, we literally have a bald and very evil guy.
This is some of the worst marketing and worst business management I think that I have ever seen. They have investor support, sure, but they've almost entirely unified the public against them, the actual people that they need to be able to sell this stuff to. Data centers are swallowing land and resources, driving up utilities, pushing people out of their...
This guy has such a punchable face. I don't know why. He just has such a fucking punchable
They've
face.
spent years now marketing AI as something that is going to replace the average person's value to society, and now they're surprised that nobody's buying their...
It's not even his hair. It's like the entire body language or something. It's you know what he looks like? He looks like a weasel. I do not know, but his body language makes me think that he's a weasel.
Merch. Like, guys, what were you thinking? Of course people hate it. And the numbers paint a very painful picture. Only 3.3% of Microsoft 365 users are actually paying for Copilot. ChatGPT subscription growth in
I still don't fucking know what Copilot is, and I will never use it. Miss me with that shit. I never used Bixby. I never used Cortana. I never use Copilot. I don't use ChatGPT. I don't use any of these things.
2025 was only 5%, with OpenAI projecting a $14 billion loss in 2026. Others are also showing similar signs. Now, investors are panicking, and also you have the CEOs that are panicking right along with them, and two things started to happen. First, these guys come out and they go on the defense, trying to tell everybody to stop calling their products AI slops, even though that's all the average...
You cannot just say that our product is an AI slop. You simply can't. You're hurting our fifis.
Person is going to see on social media, because that's mostly what it's being used for. And second, and this is the one that matters, especially for this conversation, they started forcing it into everything they could get their hands on just to juice their numbers and hopefully hide the hemorrhage from their investors. Microsoft has already been running this play. Copilot.
I wish there would be someone who would build something like Windows. And I know you're gonna say Linux. I know Linux is not perfect. It's simply, it's not as popular with the regular people.
Into Office 365, into Windows Desktop, and now reportedly into the Xbox.
You say no shot, but Windows is such a piece of shit that at this point I don't believe that someone couldn't just build something like that. It's literally becoming worse and worse with every update. There was not a time where I was like, oh my god, I can't wait for a new Windows update so that it will get better and better.
Dashboard, but these guys aren't the only ones that are trying to force it into gaming. NVIDIA just announced DLSS5 dropping later this year, calling it an AI-powered breakthrough in visual fidelity for all games, promising it will infuse pixels and...
I really hated this. Dude, Resident Evil Requiem is a beautiful fucking game. Why must you put a fucking filter on it?
Photorealistic lighting and materials and bridge...
Like, she looks so different. Like, that's not the same person. This is like a random AI model or something. Like, it's literally not the same person. That's not Grace. Grace has like a nice, little bit innocent, still like chubbier face. She's much softer. And then it's like
and
Instagram model 69. You know? Like, what am I looking at?
the gap between rendering and reality. It's a new layer that's now being added into their existing suite of AI tools
So
like frame
lame.
generation or super resolution.
Oh, I actually haven't even seen how Leon looks like. Oh god, I'm not ready.
Two technologies that, at least in...
Dude, who is that? Who is that? This is not Leon anymore. Who is that? Who is this person? It's like here you have something nice and broody and mysterious, and he's determined, and he's like, I don't know, a young man who is trying to confess his love to someone.
Oh my god, they turned Leon into Mr. Slightly Bearded Testicle Chin.
This is literally like goon slop.
At least in my experience, have mostly just created more problems. Digital Foundry ran a hands-on exclusive that felt like it was more or less written by NVIDIA's marketing department. The whole thing was just wall-to-wall praise, while everything that these guys were showing, it was essentially just the Instagram AI model filter some guy in India is using to scam people.
Oh yeah, this is, I don't know if you guys seen this. Now, this is so good. You can totally just like pretend to be something else. It's so fucking smooth. This is going to be the future of streaming. I hope you know that. It's basically like VTube Studio, quote unquote, but you will cosplay as probably like a hot chick, you know? And you will not even notice. It's like a filter, and it tracks you as you move. Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
People out of money. They're trying to blow your mind by showcasing how it transforms.
Dude, it's so different. I actually really hate it. It's really... like, I don't know, man. I don't like it. I don't like it.
How it transforms Grace from Resident Evil 9 into the same smoky-eyed woman that we have seen 1,000 times. And also how it turns a 15-year-old student in Hogwarts Legacy into...
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Jesus Christ, buddy! What happened here? The curious case of Benjamin Button. Oh my goodness.
Hogwarts Legacy into a 40-year-old man. I do not know why these guys thought this looked good.
Bro, if he's 15, wow. You know what this is? When you had like really old movies where you play high schoolers, but the actors are like pushing 30. And it's like, oh yeah, dog, I'm totally a high schooler. Yeah.
The reaction is about what you would expect. Everybody hates it. Social media was flooded with
oh my god,
with RTX on and RTX off memes almost immediately.
Okay, that's funny. I will allow that. Fucking face. You know what? If someone mods XQC into Grace, I would replay that game. And all the quotes, whenever she says something, just replaced by XQCTTS or something.
People were ironically using AI to dunk on AI, which kind of feels like...
Wait a second, is it Epstein? You silly boy. He's just chilling on his island. That's fine.
Kind of feels like its highest calling right now. And then you also had the usual handful of AI profile...
Oh, God.
Picture guys that are telling everybody that they're complaining over nothing, that this is a generational leap, that we just jumped 3 generations overnight. Now, I will
It's
say,
just this will kill every stylistic difference. It's going to be just like, you know how in Unity sort of everything looks the same? That's what it's going to be. Everything will just look the fucking same.
that NVIDIA claims that DLSS5 is fully developer controlled, that they can dial things up or dial things down, they can tune it for whatever they're looking for, and in theory,
So
that
lame.
means that these developers can
No, that's Unreal. Oh, sorry, Unreal.
limit it to something reasonable, like improving environmental lighting, rather than trying to retexture every environment or everything into a damn fever dream. And a lot of people that are defending DLSS5 have brought that
By the way, irrelevant to this, 2 new hot characters are coming to Marvel Rivals. Great ass. And tits. Great ass. And tits.
up, and I don't think that these guys are necessarily wrong. I just think that they're a little bit short-sighted. I've seen a lot of people that have been pointing out how hypocritical this backlash is because, yes, people freaked out over things like frame gen and AI upscaling too, and those things got normalized, but that's exactly the problem for me. None of this stuff should be normalized. These games should be built from the
I will be honest with you. It's so rare nowadays, which is very sad. It's so rare that a game comes out and it's actually good. It's so rare. Every time they push out something, it's like, meh, it's alright at best. I feel like we got really lucky because Resident Evil Requiem was fucking amazing. Pocopia, very fucking amazing. But how many slop we had? I feel like if the devs have the choice to turn it on or off, the good devs will not turn it on because they will not need it, and you just don't play the shit games anyways, you know? So in a way, hopefully it will not matter.
ground up, optimized natively.
Yeah, I don't think good indie games will not do it, and the AI slop indie games, we don't care about that. No one wants to buy that shit anyways.
With minimum reliance on these superficial fixes. That's how you get games that actually look good and run well. What's funny is we're talking about the games industry.
Okay, hear me out. If we could run these filters through Dragon Age, maybe the characters could be fuckable. Maybe. Can we boost it up a little bit higher? Like, that needs a little bit of work. Or Fable. Oh my god, maybe. Oh my god, Fable could be fuckable.
Same industry that is hyper optimized to do the exact opposite. Minimum viable product, cut every single corner they can, ship that game even if it's
Can
not
you change the dialogue to we will mod that, don't worry.
finished, and well, extract as much profit from as little effort as possible. So sure, right now these guys are going to be showing you DLSS5.
Oh my god. I had so many disrespectful thoughts about this girl. I never skipped a blacksmithing cutscene, not gonna lie. I was like, that's fine, I'm not rushing. And fuck, no, I'm not gonna say it, no. I hate this kid, okay? This kid can burn in hell, okay? You are stupid and fucking annoying.
Where it's on existing games, which makes it really easy for them, and maybe a couple people are
So
going to think that it
annoying.
looks cool. But the real question that you need to be asking is, what gets built with this in mind from day one? Now, the funny
I
thing is,
know.
we already know the answer to this. Monster Hunter Wilds was developed with frame gen and upscaling baked in. The developer marketed that way. They recommended these tools to their users for the game to be able to reach its full potential, and that game shipped as a performance nightmare that took Capcom a better part of a year to be able to fix. Now,
Wow, shocking. Come on.
ironically, Digital Foundry, the same people that are out here seal clapping for DLSS5,
No TTS? Brian? No?
It's very
I don't
simple.
know.
The more popular something becomes, the more money hungry Nepo babies want in. But they won't fit in since they never understood what it ever was about. Happened with gaming, happened with anime. It's the course of capitalism.
Dude. I think I think things are turning around. I really do feel it. I see it on Twitter that people are clapping back at the annoying people, and the gaming industry is changing too. They can continue to put out slop. It will not matter. People decided they would just simply not buy it.
they covered that disaster in their
Not enough. I know that it's not enough, but it's, baby steps. You gotta start it somewhere.
own performance breakdown, and they blamed Capcom's reliance on those tools. Like, what are we doing here? When publishers have an AI solution to hide behind, they're going to use it as an excuse to ship something that is unfinished. It happens every single time. Do people not have pattern recognition? No wonder anybody can't finish a damn video.
You say change is always slow. I actually disagree. I think the whole thing, like Karens being Karens, were really fast. I think this, like, remember the start of cancel culture? I think it was insanely fast. They flooded everything. That's why we have suddenly so many unlikable games and like strong whatever. That was super fast. And people are just now finding their voices to fight back. Like, if I would have said the same things that I'm saying now, like 5 years ago or 3 years ago, I would have been fucking cancelled, burned at the stake. Like, how dare I talk about, I don't know, women being annoying and entitled, you know? Like, they would just slice and dice me up. I would fucking die. I would be like, you know, in the corner begging for scraps because they would just, you know.
Video game anymore. And by the way, the whole people complained and then accepted it argument when it came to some of the other features doesn't even make sense here. Upscaling and frame gen, when they're working, are invisible. DLSS5 is visible by design. That is the entire pitch. It's supposed to make the...
I just hate it. She looks like just like a supermodel. You know what? She looks like a fitness influencer. I don't know why that's only specific, but she looks like the kind of chick who would do Pilates and yoga and have like her Stanley Cup.
Games look better, at least from their perspective. And this isn't people asking you to accept a performance tool that's going to be running quietly in the background. No, they're asking you to look at a different game and call it.
That's it. I Uncanny'd your Leon. That's what you get, buddy. I'm sorry. Now he's a soy boy.
Better. This stuff just looks terrible to me, and I just don't want to have anything to do with it. I will say that I did tilt my head in
You know what this is? This is like a fucking Photoshop sharpening filter. It puts this weird glossiness onto it, and everything just looks weird.
Favor to the Starfield changes because, well, that game just looks atrocious to me. I call it Shartfield for a reason.
I just cannot unsee. You know that those AI dating apps? All of the girls on the promotional materials look like this. It's literally AI dating app material.
But this is all something else. This looks like one of those here's my game AI fever dream posts that I see on Twitter every single week. Like,
oh my god, that's a completely different dude. What? Hello? Did you see that? I mean, I get it. Starfield is kind of ass when it comes to, you know, looks, but Jesus Christ. Like, who are you, dude? Who the fuck are you?
Twitter every single week. Like, the guys that are on there, like, look, I fixed your video game character.
Dude, you know what it looks like? I realize it now. It looks like, I think with Gemini, you can generate AI videos. That's what it looks like. Every AI video ever.
Those kind of posts. And what kills me is that Digital Foundry explained exactly why. They said that this...
Can we move the AI filter onto these guys too? Because they are very unpleasant to look at. And I would like to actually use it.
This technology is predicting the intent of the original artist, which is why once this filter goes on, Resident Evil doesn't look like a Capcom game and Hogwarts Legacy doesn't look like Hogwarts.
Why is everything so bright? Like, everything is so... I know that I am the one who always bitches about like, oh, where are the colors? People are not using the colors, but... Dude, this is literally like a sharpening and like it's the fucking Photoshop curve. It takes the moodiness out of it. Oh, I kind of hate it.
Look like Hogwarts Legacy. These games just look like each other. Now, the other thing that I think is really important to keep in mind is that NVIDIA only achieved this marvel of technology by running it through...
I actually really don't like it. I hate the effect. Everything just looks so soulless.
Through two 5090s. Two of them. Now, they said that they plan on getting this working on a single GPU this fall, but given the state of optimization in the games industry these days, the idea of my GPU running a...
Listen, make her have bigger tits and I will I will not say anything else bad about it, okay? Just give her a double D.
Predictive AI on top of frame gen or whatever else they want to have running, I just do not see that ending well. It's going to need more power, which means it's going to need more expensive hardware that is scarce already to begin with, which means the gap between what you have and what you need is going to get a...
Okay, can I just say that it looks fucking terrifying with the filter on? I don't know. It's like this one is like, yeah, sure, you can tell that he's an elf and he's a bit otherworldly. This one is like a plastic surgery went wrong. You know, it's like, welcome to Hollywood, baby. You got a facelift. Do you have a problem with that?
What you need is going to get a lot wider.
He's gonna
Now,
eat
run
you.
that same logic through the next generation of consoles made by companies that are similarly high on their own supply of AI, and
Thank you.
watch
I
the
hate
price
him.
of everything skyrocket. I have genuinely been losing my mind over this because for whatever reason, there are people that are out there that just cannot see the future implications of something like this. They do not see the road that this leads down, and it's not a pretty one. People have convinced themselves that this is the next generation of photorealistic graphics and high fidelity video games. We don't need that. Nobody's asking for that. And if they are, they're stupid. I'm just going to say it. If you're asking for that, you're stupid.
Based.
Because games are
I would even say you might even be retarded, you know?
already run like shit. I think that most games look great to begin with, and most games aren't even fun. Why?
Exactly. The thing is that what they don't think is that games don't always have to be super high quality. You don't have to see every pixel to be sharp. They are ruining the atmosphere. Think about games that are old, like Bioshock. Bioshock, if you would look at it right now, the graphics are ass, but it's so atmospheric that you don't think about it because it just looks amazing, you know? Like, you don't need a fucking AI filter or anything for that.
Why don't we solve those issues and also the pricing problem instead of whether or not I can see my reflection of video game characters' ass or not? What are we doing? What are you doing?
Okay, video game asses are very important, actually. I do need that in high definition, but not with AI. I want handcrafted asses with love from the devs, okay? That's what I need.
Like, all this is going to do is just lead to worse games. That's all it's going to do, because these companies are just not going to see the value in talent anymore because they believe that they're going to be able to mask the lack of talent with a tool, and then they're going to walk around and they're going to start selling you games that are not what they actually are. It's just going to be Watch Dogs 2 over and over and over again. People are going to get fleeced. Now,
It's okay, because people are going to ask for refunds and they are going to flop. Like, think about it, how many games flopped just in the past 2 years. Just this year, just in these 3 months, and like last year. So many.
the art direction part of this conversation, it does bother me. I do
No refunds, no return!
appreciate these games for the art that they are, especially the games that I actually like. But I don't think that a lot of people that aren't like really into games, they just don't understand how much it actually impacts their entire experience. Like the Demon's Souls remake, while functionally, mechanically, I thought it was fine and I enjoyed it, there was something about the game's atmosphere, the decay and the oppressive atmosphere that game had that was just ripped out of it. And the reason why is it was because it was other developers that were interpreting somebody else's intent. That's what DLSS5 is doing. The whole point of it. It's the whole pitch. It's just predicting what the artist wanted to do and taking it the right.
God damn it, I thought about Scorn, and now I'm angry again. God, I wanted to love Scorn so much. It was so perfect. It was just not a game. It was a fucking background.
Rest of the way.
Ah,
It's not their work. It's
Don't
not the
piss me
same
off.
thing. And this is art's important, man. It's why games like Hades don't look anything like God of War. It's why a game like Hollow Knight
wasn't it good? It was beautiful, and it actually would have had a good story if they put the story into the game, but they did not. It was only in the art book.
feels the way that it does while also looking the way that it
Artistic masturbation, Scorn. Bro, I did. I have the art book. There was masturbation, absolutely. 10 out of 10. But I'm still angry about it. So angry about it.
does. And, you know, those
angry.
imperfections, the stylistic choices these games make, that's the secret sauce, man. That's what really gets people locked into a lot of these games. And, you know, when you have something that is essentially just pattern matching its way towards photorealism, all you're going to do is just get the same looking games over and over again because it's a machine. And
Bro, I will be honest with you. Lately, all the FPSs are coming out. They look the fucking same to me. Like, yeah, sure, Marathon looks a little bit different. It doesn't look good. It looks different, but it doesn't look good.
that's what it does. You're giving it a problem to solve. It's going to solve that problem, which honestly, the games industry has had no problem with because they've already been doing that without AI's help. We've already seen that happening with Unreal Engine 5, doing that in the background with all these people moving over to that engine. But now in this case, DLSS5 is just a rocket strapped to that problem. It's the acceleration of the samification of video games. And I think that is a problem that is well worth being worried about, especially if people aren't pushing back. I'm just going to say it. I think that photorealism is the leading cause of death to the enjoyment of video games. I do not think that video games need to look any better than they do right now. If they didn't change at all and they just ran better, I would be...
I actually agree with this. If you make everything... Do you remember when there was that guy who made a shooting game, but it was like really, really photorealistic? It looked like that you would have like a body cam, and it was completely real. Or there was that cyberpunk mod that made everything realistic and it looked like real life. I think that takes away from the enjoyment. I think that's like, I don't want to play a game that is like real life. I want to play a fantasy world. I want like glowing little things. I want the plants to be mysterious and beautiful and evergreen. And I want the women to be attractive. And I want the guys to be hot, you know? And I want to see creatures that don't exist. And I want to do magic and spells and fight and be shot 10 times and still wake up and continue fighting, you know?
Happy boy, but I think that this all started way back with older video games.
You can't ask for hot women? Wrong. As a girl, I can ask for hot women. You cannot ask for hot women.
Developers got more experience, his hardware got more capable.
Sorry,
game
buddy.
to game, system to system, the jumps were just insane for the graphics. And out of those jumps came this obsession. Now, I'm partially...
Can you ask for us? I will do my best, okay? I will work my magic for you.
Going to blame the audience here, myself included, because when I was younger, the more real a game looked, the more excited I got. But I know that I wasn't alone. There was an
okay, but back then we had like, it was like, remember like the old Harry Potter game? That was the first thing that came to me. Like the, where was it? Old Harry Potter game, Hagrid. So it's like it's not hard to want a little bit more realism when this is what you have, right? He was just sort of, it's like the B square or B there, and then you had like big changes, and it was like really fucking cool, right? Like, don't get me wrong, it's really nice, but it had its charm. But I think it's enough. I was so fucking impressed by Resident Evil, and it's not entirely realistic because you can still see that it's like it's they are humans, but they also are a little bit more fantasy, a little bit too pretty, a little bit, I don't know. I don't want to say anime, but you know, it's like they're not entirely real, but it was perfect. Yeah, it's stylized.
Entire generation that became graphic obsessed, and the industry chased it. For the better part of a decade, every single game was just trying to up the ante until two games. We're going to call them the original sins: Red Dead Redemption 2 and The Last of Us.
Last of Us, the first one, right? Right? Jesus Christ, they were all so fucking ugly in this.
Both these games were, and honestly still are, absolutely stunning. The lighting, the shading, the environmental design, the cutscenes, their quality took the world by storm. And I think that's where we largely peaked as a society, or at least with Fidelity, but where the industry had no chance at all.
So what you think? Do you think GTA 6 will come out this year? What you think? Is it gonna happen? We should make a bet. I don't think it will come out this year. Or if it will come out this year, it will launch like Cyberpunk. Nope, you don't believe it? I don't believe it either. If they are gonna force it out, it's going to be bad.
Of ever replicating Red Dead Redemption 2, they picked the low-hanging fruit and they followed The Last of Us instead. And what followed was the slow death of enjoyable video games and the rise of these wannabe interactive movies with high fidelity and no fun. The problem is this was never really about quality or artistry or honestly even about video games for that matter. Making a better game was a way too difficult concept for these guys to wrap their heads around, so they defaulted essentially to interactive movies. It was all about optimization for
I didn't play Last of Us 2. I heard that the story was shit, but apparently they improved on the game mechanics. That's what I heard.
Profitability. Insane fidelity became the easiest thing for these guys to sell to players, to investors, and these companies just standardized themselves around it. Copy and pasted pipelines of factory-made products, everyone just chasing the same thing. And at the highest level, the industry just started to look like these guys were all making...
I would have made the mistake of shooting Kearney. God damn it.
...the same game. And in many cases, they quite literally are. This is the same reason that nearly every developer under the sun has now migrated to Unreal Engine 5. It takes the weight off of their shoulders. There is no need for them to develop their own engine, no need for engineers that need to be around to maintain it. It's much easier to onboard and replace developers, and they have a full suite of tools that are built in specifically for these guys to be able to cut corners.
Was Resident Evil 9 Unreal? It wasn't, right? It looked so good. I'm actually like it can't be, right? Yeah, it wasn't. It's a custom engine. Yeah, it shows. It was just so beautiful. And I will give you that I didn't even lag. There was nothing. There was no stuttering. There was no random freezes. Nothing.
Corners. DLSS5
really
is just a giant leap further down that exact same road. A predictive AI-driven pattern matching layer for photorealism.
I would Photoshop my PP in this. Is the perfect model.
Taped onto everything that it touches, and it's just going to accelerate all of this sameness that's already killing the industry at the top level. I was talking with a friend of mine about DLSS5, and they just kept going on about how necessary this technology was, how this is the only way to reach the next level of fidelity. And I came into the realization of why?
He came to the new realization that he needs new friends. He just fucking blocked that friend. That's it. I'm looking for new friends now. Friendship with that guy over.
Do we need this? What does it actually matter? Even if it does make games look more photorealistic, how does that make them more fun or interesting? How is it going to help them stand out against other people when they're all using it at the exact same time? How is it going to help these games sell? Because photorealistic games aren't even the ones that are leading the industry right now. Last year's biggest breakout hits were Schedule 1, Peak, Escape from Duckov, Hades 2, Donkey Kong Bonanza. This year, Marathon just got lapped by Slay the Spire 2. And while Battlefield 6 and Monster Hunter Wilds were two of the biggest sellers in 2025, both of those games shipped broken or hollow, high fidelity, low substance, and neither one of those games held on to their audiences. Which honestly, I feel like that's the most damning part of this story. This whole obsession with realism hasn't just become a marketing...
Dude, the proof is... I will always bring up this example, Valheim. Valheim is really fucking ugly, but it's still beautiful in a way. You know, I really, really love Valheim. It's so atmospheric and the lights are beautiful, you know? But if you look at the game, it's really fucking ugly.
Crutch for a lot of these guys. I think it's just
really
making games flat out worse.
Somebody say that's not realistic, and you're like, okay, what does that have to, like, explain to me why that's interesting, because in the real world, I have to write up lists of stuff I have to go to the grocery store to buy. And I have never thought to myself that realism is fun. I go play games to have fun.
Oh my God, he understands. That's why he's so based. He still understands. Gabe, please. Save us. Save us.
Not everything needs to be perfect. Not everything needs to be realistic. The one thing that is paramount to any game's success and enjoyment is whether or not that game is fun and whether or not it has its own identity.
True.
So when I see a lot of these games that are trying to look the same and do the exact same things, it just makes me believe that that concept is just entirely lost on modern game design. Gabe, in that clip, is specifically talking about mechanical realism, but that mentality flows into everything that these guys do. Their art direction, their design philosophy, the whole entire thing. Valve does not care about what a game looks like. They care about what that game does for the player. Because to them, reality isn't fun, but they think that games are supposed to be fun. Now, this isn't to say that photorealism or
True.
photorealistic games can't be good. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. That game is absolutely stunning, but there was intent behind that. They weren't chasing realism for the sake of a screenshot. These guys wanted to recreate a world, a time period, a history in a way that felt authentic because
Oh, I'm sorry. You wanted realism? Where is the morbidly obese female protagonist who will tell all these men to buckle up? Yeah? Yeah? I don't think so. Huh? Where is it? Where is it? How can I enjoy the game if there's not a morbidly obese woman just like bossing the man around?
because that's what these guys wanted. And that realism never came at the cost of the mechanics or the writing or the games.
Or where is my unlikable lesbian protagonist who is a knight and is better than every single male? Where is she?
Experience. That game was built with a
That's
very
in another
specific
game.
reason and decision for everything that they did. And notice how different that
Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah. Yeah, I will accept it. I will take it. Fine, they pass.
how different that looks in practice. That game runs beautifully. It feels great regardless of hardware. It was insanely fun to play because the realism was the foundation from day one instead of something that was plastered on at the end. That's the difference that DLSS5 can never close. Now, I'm not going to sit here and try to wave the flag of creative vision for game artists or try to talk about how NVIDIA is an affront to all of game design because honestly,
I just imagined putting this filter onto a xenomorph. Do you think he would get like chiseled chin? Like, you know, like the... he would mock everyone on the station. Oh no. It's just the Chad jawline.
it was Capcom that used these tools and approved them and put them in NVIDIA's marketing. It was Bethesda that made a video that was all excited about implementing DLSS5 into Starfield and into future games. It was Ubisoft coming out and saying, okay, actually, that one's pretty predictable, so just forget I mentioned that. But the people that are defending DLSS5 are not wrong that this is the studio's call. But it's also definitely not the artist. And in AAA, I think that's just what we're signing up for. This is AAA development at this point. And that's both for the players and also for the developers. What the artists want and what executive management want are two entirely different things. And also what it seems the industry still hasn't figured out yet is that, well, what we want and what they want are also two entirely different things as well.
Can I say something? It just, I don't know why it occurred to me. I really hate it that recently we keep getting infos that a government is sponsoring game development. I thought about like the ex voto thingy. Didn't someone say that it was like sponsored by the Italian government or some shit? That they got funding from them and it's always like a goddamn slop and like preaching the message or whatnot. It's kind of normal, but it's... E33 got the funding too. I think the terms were very different for this and the other one.
Now, the one big concern that I have with DLSS5, and I really haven't seen anybody bring this stuff up yet, let's just say that this technology really is that good, and it's just that transformative. Games built around DLSS5 are going to look so dramatically different with...
I feel like that kind of money comes with like heavy thighs or something. Do you guys remember when they put everything, what was it? Sweet Baby Inc. Remember when they were like, oh yeah, you will definitely need Sweet Baby Inc. in your game. And they went and just like killed so many games one after the other. Ah, good days.
On versus off, that they're barely even going to be recognizable as the same game. What was shown was not a minor visual toggle, it was two different products, which means that whatever is going to get shown in trailers, in marketing, and review coverage, well, that is going to be the DLSS5 version. That's the best case scenario. That's what these guys are going to try to put their best foot forward with. And that is going to fall short by a significant amount from what players are actually going to get their hands on. The vast majority of players. Now, we have already seen marketing versus reality be an issue in the games industry forever, but this industrial...
Cyberpunk. Who said that?
It at a level that we have never seen before. And under that is going to be a much quieter problem. Now you have a hard line between players who can afford the hardware to run this and players who can't. And the game that those two groups are playing are genuinely not the same game. That gap has always existed to some degree, but now it's intentional, and I don't think people are going to like it. So where do I think this is all going? Well, I think that DLSS5 is coming out no matter what. That's pretty much written in stone. And I also think that these studios are going to use it regardless of what anybody else thinks. And they're going to use it to varying degrees depending on studio to studio.
I think... I don't know. I feel like good big studios will not use it as much because they don't need it, right? Like, why would Capcom use it when they already crafted such... Like, maybe they will use it a little so that it will not be that obvious. I don't know, man. I'm just fucking tired of all of these AI tools.
Problem is that I think that because of how aggressive this tool seems to be, that all it's going to do is it's just going to make more of these games look the same. These guys are just stuck in a state of visual entropy that they cannot escape. All of their energy is going to how these games look rather than how these games play or perform or pretty much anything else. And because all of these guys are essentially chasing the exact same goal, all it's leading to is them just making the same games over and over again. They look the same, they sound the same, they smell the same. I guess you really can't smell them, but they play the same.
It's true.
You know, outside of price, this is one of the main reasons why these guys have been losing so much market share to indie games. Like, I know that, yes, Battlefield 6...
Big studios, especially if they are publicly traded, will use it because for them it's a cost-cutting game. But those games are usually not that good anyways. No? I don't know, man. I will be honest with you, there is just so many games that came out and I have zero interest in it whatsoever. Hey Chili, hey Evil! So that I will just not buy them. Especially that now buying a game basically costs an arm and a leg. It's like, how much, like, listen, I fucking loved Resident Evil, but it was like $90 or something. It was so pricey. You know, it was... I would buy it again because I think it was fucking amazing. But... I don't fucking know, man.
Sold
I bought, like, the deluxe edition. It was a little bit pricier.
20 million copies, which is great volume, and they might beat...
Are you ready for the $25 DLC? I don't mind paying for it if I feel like it's deserved. It's like, you know how I had a copy of Alien Isolation for free on the Epic Store, and I was like, I don't care. I will buy it on Steam just so that they get the revenue. I haven't even bought this, played the Steam version, but I just bought it because I fucking loved it. The same with BioShock. I had BioShock, I bought the remaster for it, and I even bought BioShock on Nintendo so that I can play it on Switch when I'm traveling or whatnot.
Indie game volume to volume.
So I don't mind it if they are deserving.
But the indie games have way better margins on cost. They're collecting way more money off of this and spending a lot less money at the exact same time. And the indie games also have way better customer satisfaction. Look at how many people out of the initial group that was playing Battlefield 6 that are still playing Battlefield 6. The game has lost over 90% of its players. That's insane. I cannot be the only one that feels like a lot of these games look the same and also play the same. And this kind of thing has been happening for a really long time.
I will be honest with you, I can't even make a difference between, like, Battlefield, COD. No, one of them is... I cannot say it like that. One of them is very pink. I don't know which one. One of them. It's like Modern Warfare and whatever. All I see is pink and cutesy. That might be COD then.
Long time, and throwing an
COD
AI filter on
okay.
top of it. I know they're not calling it that, but I have eyes. All it's going to do is it's just going to put a surface level pass of a program that's there to essentially just do pattern recognition. And that pattern
Wait, you can't do that anymore. I'm sorry. Can we are we back? Is it in the budget? Pattern recognition?
Recognition usually just kind of lines out the exact same way.
Call
if you go
of
and you look at
Battlefield.
all the pictures that they'd shown, all the screenshots between those games, notice how very similar each face got regardless of what studio it came from or what kind of art direction it had. That's just what AI...
All I can think about is like how Overwatch doesn't have any character with ass anymore. all they have is flat asses. I know it's not as important as same face syndrome. They have the same face syndrome too, but also such flat asses. Ah.
AI does. I implore you guys. I'll give you a social experiment.
Yeah.
Go to an AI and ask the AI to prompt a attractive woman. Show me an attractive woman. Then right after that,
Ooh, we are playing spicy today. I see. Okay.
go and say, show me an attractive man. I would guarantee you that it's likely going to be a man in a black shirt and jeans with dark hair and dark eyes. That it's going to be a woman in a dark shirt and blue jeans with dark hair and dark eyes. Maybe she
I thought that it would be a blonde in my head.
might be blonde.
Yeah.
But that's just what these things do. They optimize for what they believe is the best possible result off of what they're looking at. They don't understand nuance. They don't understand mistakes or what a good intentional mistake even looks like. They don't understand any of that stuff. It's there to solve a problem. So it's turning art, it's turning game design into a problem that it's trying to solve. But in a lot of cases, there's not really a whole lot to solve here. That's not going to change until these AI become sentient. And at that point, we're dealing with T1000. So, we got to.
I have my fingers crossed that I will just die before that happens. It's like, the sweet man-made horrors beyond my comprehension and whatnot. Yeah, I think I'm good, actually.
A lot more to worry about in that
That's
case.
fine.
Anyway, I'm interested to hear what you guys think about this. Maybe I'm overreacting to it a little bit too much. Probably.
I want to
don't
see
know.
it first.
I'm kind of, you know what it is? I'm just sick of games just trying to chase fidelity. I really am. It's just making games worse, and it's made games worse for many, many years now. And I think that games today look just fine. I really do. I think the vast majority of games look just fine, and there's nothing else that they need to do to them. They just need to focus on how these games run and how these games play. Focusing on making them more fun and focusing on making them actually work. Also, being cheaper would be nice, but we also know that's not.
Yeah, that's not happening. Cheaper. You're so funny. You're so funny. Sure. I don't think so.
Not going to happen.
Yeah.
Let me know what you
No.
guys think. Thank you guys for watching the video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. Comment down below. Like the video. Subscribe. I think I said
Okay.
Share the video. Do everything. Talk to you guys in the next one. Stay cool, stay righteous, stay safe. Peace.
Peace. Oh my god, Vestjet put up a video 15 minutes ago. Does this man love me or does he love me? My goodness. Wait, can I close my balcony? My legs are